Hello everybody, just an update here in the chilly weather here. Here we are at a Walmart in snowy Quebec. As you can see, this morning, overnight it snowed and deposited a good layer of snow, which is the salt and the slightly above freezing temperatures has lessened it a little bit. So if I were to drive out of here right now, at least I wouldn't feel so bad. The roads aren't probably that bad at all. And the precipitation is probably done for maybe a little while, a day or two or whatever. So just my update here is that the engine, the big Freightliner engine that we had in back, 3,500 pounds of engine, got to its destination safely. We found that we had huge tow straps or ratchet straps in the back that we didn't use. We used those flimsy pieces of crap that could have snapped and broke at any accident. So that was kind of dumb. But we live and learn, right? We did have there's something you probably, if you're new, you won't know about. So I'll just, never mind. There's these tracks in the ground, E-tracks, and I had my board in front of it, so at least there was some protection of it sliding forward in the event of a sudden stop. It kind of worked out pretty good. We got to I got across Toronto really early in the morning, so I had no traffic, which was awesome. We only had to stop one more time. We had my free coffee came up just past at the Flying J. My destination was a Flying J just past Toronto. Hop in, hop out. Boy, I had an unfortunate time with a rude lady in the Flying J, but that's just some other story I'll tell you about sometime. And from there, we made it, just kept on driving and felt okay after that. We slept just before Toronto. I crashed out and got a good 5 hours in the van of sleeping, which I felt was almost too long. We still made it past Toronto from 3:30 to 4:30 in the morning with no traffic. That was awesome. Got to the destination at 12 noon, so that was 8 hours before the said drop-off time. So good for everybody there. They were pretty happy that they got it early. The most dangerous part of the trip was when they were trying to unload it. It goes both ways with these people who operate forklifts. You get really good people that know this forklift and know what they're doing. You just have to stand back and you don't have to say anything to them. They know what's going on. And you get these other people that are clumsy with it, don't get it. This guy here, he was banging into the van. I've been told that you have to set the parking brake because if they push on the van while it's in park, you can shear the transmission pins in these Ford transmissions. So luckily for me, not only did I have the parking brake set, because I thought maybe, I even had it set in neutral. Actually, I had to run to the van after I saw he was pushing on it as hard as he did, and went and set it in neutral so he couldn't push against the transmission pawl. So, and they couldn't understand me. I said, hey, could you please be careful? And they're just, and then I said, hey, look, I got stern with them. I said, I tried to give a tone in my voice that they would understand. I said, look, if you damage my van, you're going to have to pay for it. And they still didn't understand and were bumping into the skid and laughing and pushing against it. And the guy couldn't get the forks underneath it. And then when he did, the back of the thing was lifting up. I said, hey, you're going to have to get a bigger tow motor. And then they didn't. And the owner came out and insisted they get it with a small thing. And they got it out eventually. With two guys standing on the back of the tow motor. It was ridiculous. So, they signed paperwork really quick after that, and I was out of there. So who cared about anything else after that? They can do whatever they want with a motor they can't even move. If they weren't prepared to get it out of the back of a van, how are they prepared to swap it into somebody's truck? Who knows? But anyways, it was like a Freightliner repair shop. So we're here, and the big point of today's video is just basically what I'm doing here. I was walking into Walmart, and I said, hey, wait a minute, I got Wi-Fi in Walmart. I can upload in Walmart. Let me make a video before I go there, because I made a longer video earlier, and then I wasn't going to upload it because my cell phone here doesn't get barely get the data is always going over in Canada, so it the internet is barely working, so I can barely have any internet to watch here. It's been very boring. As you can see with the outside temperature, there's no park I can go to. Um, it's Thanksgiving Day. I've got nothing on Facebook but Happy Thanksgiving from everybody in the States, and I'm stuck in here in Canada. I had a turkey sandwich that was okay, and I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, and I don't really care, but you just gotta be mentally prepared because it just you can feel yourself looking at that and just feeling feelings about you're not home, everyone else is doing some kind of celebration, people are together, and you're here alone, and it's what a trucker does. I'm stuck in this van too. That not only am I here alone, but I'd at least have gone to a library or done something. But this is one of my most peculiar stays ever because there's a lot of factors against everything I want to do. I'm sure there's books in English in the library, but everything is like French here, and I didn't really want to go to the library and uh, deal with people who couldn't speak. There probably are English speaking people there. The people have a mix here of some people are poor in English, and some people are. You go to places where people do know English and stuff. It's weird how it's as soon as you expect someone to know English, they're like, oh, they excuse my poor version of a French person. But they only know French, and then as soon as you are somewhere where like, hey, sorry, I don't speak, they're like, no, I speak. Then you're like, oh, okay. So it's weird everywhere here. So it's freezing cold. I didn't want to get out of the van and do anything. I've been hemming and hawing. Did I want to go get some poutine from McDonald's? But I had some yesterday, and I don't want to spend any more money. And I had food that I bought from Walmart. And I ate a big turkey sandwich, so that was okay. Um, and so I didn't hear from any of my family. No one wants to call me. They want me to call them from out here on the road. And I guess it's okay, but whatever. Um, and so there's only so much you can do. I got some books I could read. I got some guitar I could probably pick up and play. But I don't know if it's something about the air in the van, but you end up feeling like groggy. Your head gets kind of achy and tired, and you just feel like constantly laying down all day. And you got nothing to do but be inside this van. So now I was in the back all afternoon, just laying in the bed, kind of sleeping. Listened to Alice's Restaurant on YouTube, which kept on cutting in and out because of the stupid connection. Um, and now I finally got up and sitting in the front seat, warming up the van, just idling the engine. That's not good for the engine in these things, but you do what you got to do. It's like freaking 25 degrees outside. See what the temperature says on this van. It says it's 30 degrees outside. Kind of warmer than it could be in a way. Like we're more north than Montreal, a little farther south of Quebec, but for 30 is probably pretty temperate for this time of year, even though that's like freezing cold, and depending on where you're from, that's even colder. But and I'm from upstate New York, or Western New York is what we call it, and this is a pretty typical temperature for this time of year. So it could be in the teens or something, which would be really, really frigid cold. So this is just really cold. And it's breezy, windy. So not any place. Not there's like if it was summertime, I'd at least have walked the parking lot. I'd have walked down and seen what they got in the plazas. Maybe walked and done some shopping. But I got enough clothes to probably dress up and do that. But I don't want to do that. And you're stepping in the snow and ice everywhere, and no, I didn't want to do that. So just basically you're stuck in the van all day, and that's what I'm basically telling you about here, about this weird life you live where not only you can get stuck in your van, you're in a place where people are in a completely different language, but everyone else is celebrating a holiday. People are together, celebrating togetherness, and you're celebrating aloneness, solitude, being alone. That's something you got to think about if you want one of these van jobs. These days come and go. Dispatch was supposed to have a load for me yesterday. The story was when I got this gig, it's like, yeah, I head to Quebec. Right now we got something to get you right in and out of there. So, keep you feeling good while you're on your way in. Because you're going in on Thanksgiving. They want you to probably keep you feeling good. Look, and they probably did. I trust them. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. People aren't lying bold faced to me. Obviously, these are good, reasonably good people at the dispatch office. Uh, you know, um, I think the one person I deal with is very friendly and very cool, but at the same time, it must have fell through because all of a sudden, like I expected that at least if what they said was going to come through tomorrow didn't come through, at least today it would have come through because the story is that hey, it's Quebec. Stuff comes in and out of stuff goes out of Quebec. It's a big shipping lane. Stuff goes out to all parts of the country, so you'll be out of there with something. So just hang on and we're gonna give you a call with something. And um, yesterday the call didn't come through, so okay, so I guess I go to sleep around 4 or 5 o'clock. You're pretty much done for the day, so you can settle in and go to sleep. But today, you're up. It's weird because you're waiting for them to call you. You're trying to manage your, do you feel tired? No, you better get some sleep. They might call you. You're going to suddenly get that. You wake up in the morning all apprehensive because at 8 a.m. it's going to go ring, ring, ring. And all of a sudden, like, hey, check your phone. We've got, we just sent you this load out of something, something. Go here and go get it. It's jump and run. So it leaves you on edge. So you're waiting for that all day and then it never comes. And so like maybe there was something I could have done. Maybe there was a park across town I could have went to see, or a museum or something like that. But I didn't because I'm waiting for something that's never going to come. It would be nice to get a call that says, "Hey Mark, look at we got things on bid today, but they're it's maybe not looking good, or why don't you you know plan for this or plan for that." But it works out more like you're just basically a source of money that can sleep and do whatever it needs to do to stay functional to the company at any time. Your humanity is not really uh, in any major sense, in any kind of major focus. But if you got a lot of drivers, they can't give individual care to every single driver. So I understand that. And you got to understand that too if you want this job. So uh today came and went, and I think by now it's 5 or 4:12. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get a load out today, so I'm looking like I'll stay in the van tonight. I got a full heater plus a gallon of diesel fuel. The heater will last me through what's in there will probably last me till about 1 in the morning, and then the other gallon will last me until 7 or 8 in the morning of diesel heat, of that thing going click, 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 click all night long. While it's also going click, 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 click. And you wonder why you can't get a decent night's sleep. So that's my day, sitting here in the van. This is one of the reason I'm making this video is this is one of those, I'm not trying to over dramatize, which I probably am. The bad, it's not always like this, but when it can get like this, it can. This is one of the most stay quarantined in your van days I've had. So it's definitely prompted me to make a video because I'm feeling it. Going poo. I'm sorry to bring that up, but now I don't want to post this video. But where do I do that? I'm going to a Walmart into some gross fast food bathroom. That's not the greatest thing. What's more ideal is maybe I found that rest areas, especially ones when you get out on the road and there's not much traffic in the middle of the day and they've cleaned them up nice, you can find a reasonable place there. The gym is usually cleaned up nice, so you don't have any problems there. And but other places can be a little bit little kind of funky, or there's just 8 million people around. You just don't want to be you know doing that where there's 8,000 people. So anyways, let me leave you with that terrible topic. We're gonna get out of here, walk into Walmart and upload this video while we go buy some air freshener candle for the van, and I don't know, something like that, maybe just something, maybe a snack or two, and camp it in for the evening in the van. We'll see you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.